Welcome back, everyone, to Augmented Voices. This show really digs into where artificial intelligence and humans, well, kind of bump into each other. And today, we're going deep, deep into some areas where AI is doing some pretty surprising things that are really changing the game and how we live, how we express ourselves, even how we see ourselves, I guess.
You've really lined up some fascinating stuff for us to explore. AI is making a splash in some pretty unexpected places like, think about humor. Then there's the potential for it to just seamlessly weave itself into our health routines. And then we'll look at how it's shaking up filmmaking, a creative field, if there ever was one. And to wrap things up, we'll dive into how AI is poised to completely redefine how we work. It's a lot, and it all speaks to this evolving dance between humans and AI.
Yeah, it's a wild ride, and the pace is only picking up. So let's jump right into this first one, because honestly, it still kind of blows my mind. We're talking AI and humor. I mean, who knew algorithms could be funny?
Right.
But there's this research highlighted by Ethan Mollick over at Wharton, and it suggests that AI-generated memes, they're actually being seen as funnier than the ones humans make. They're even calling it passing the, get this, the meme Turing test.
Yeah.
Of all the ways to measure AI progress, who would have thought stand-up comedy would be on the list?
I know, right? It's kind of a head-scratcher at first, but when you really think about it, a good meme, it's not just a random image and some text slapped together. It taps into something shared. It's an understanding of culture, maybe a play on expectations, or even just an observation that people can relate to, and all delivered with a specific kind of tone. If AI can create that and connect with a human audience on that level, it tells us it's doing more than crunching data. It's somehow getting at something deeper in how we see the world and how we react to it.
Yeah, and here's where it gets even weirder. This study also found that when humans tried to team up with the AI to make the memes funnier, the results didn't actually get any better. So it seems like, at least in this specific creative corner, AI's kind of found its own comedic groove, even outperforming us when we try to lend a hand.
That's a good point. We often think about AI as this tool to amplify human creativity, right? But in this case, it's like AI has this little spark of its own. Of course, the absolute top-tier memes, those are still coming from human brains. No robot comedy takeover just yet. But still, it makes you wonder what's going on under the hood. Is AI figuring out comedic structures or patterns that we don't even consciously know about?
Totally. It makes you rethink what we thought we understood about what AI can do. Humor isn't just about logic, right? It's about understanding irony, sarcasm, those little cultural nuances, even timing things we think of as superhuman. So if AI can make memes that consistently get a laugh, what does that say about its grasp of human thought and emotion? Is it genuinely getting those concepts, or is it just incredibly good at mimicking the surface stuff?
The age-old question, right? Understanding versus really, really good mimicry. The line is getting so blurry. I mean, think about it. If AI can reliably trigger an emotional response in us like laughter, even if it doesn't feel that emotion itself, what does that mean for how we define relatability or those emotional triggers? It's pushing us to reconsider what we even mean by understanding.
And it leads to some, well, maybe kind of unsettling, but definitely fascinating possibilities for the whole entertainment industry. AI-generated stand-up routines that actually kill, sitcoms written by algorithms, late-night talk show hosts that are actually just super witty AI chatbots with personalities that feel real. It feels like we're on the edge of sci-fi becoming reality.
And it goes way beyond comedy, right? Look at copywriting, music composition, even the visual arts. We're already seeing AI tools popping up everywhere. So if it can hold its own in something as subjective and nuanced as humor, what does that mean for human creativity in all those other areas? Are we talking collaboration, or are we heading towards a creative showdown with AI?
It's like we're going from AI as a tool that helps us be creative to AI as a competitor on the creative playing field. And if AI-generated stuff starts consistently hitting those marks funnier, more engaging, more aesthetically pleasing, stuff that really connects with a lot of people, how does that change how we interact with entertainment, with art itself? It's a massive shift to wrap our heads around.
No doubt. It makes us ask, what is it that we truly value about human creativity? Is it just about the final product? Or is there something special, something inherently valuable in the human experience and the intention behind it? As AI gets better and better at mimicking or even surpassing certain aspects of creativity, those questions become even more important.
Okay, so let's come back down to earth a bit. Let's talk AI and personal health. I stumbled across this new app, and get this, it scans your restaurant bill and tells you the calorie count, just like that. No more logging every single item, no more guessing portion sizes. It reads the receipt, and boom, there's your nutritional info. For anyone who's ever tried tracking their food, this feels like a miracle, honestly.
It's a good example of how AI is breaking down these huge barriers to actually managing our health, right?
Yeah.
Like calorie tracking. It's always been seen as this time-consuming, inconvenient thing. And let's face it, we're all human. We make mistakes.
Hmm.
So this app uses image recognition and natural language processing to understand your bill, and it just automates the whole process. It makes tracking your diet so much easier.
Exactly. We've got wearables tracking our steps and sleep, personalized meal planning apps, and all that. But this tackles something really specific and kind of a pain point for a lot of us: eating at restaurants. I mean, think of the time saved, the accuracy. Just scan your receipt and you're good to go.
And if we look ahead a little, the possibilities are pretty exciting. Imagine AI looking at your grocery receipts and suggesting healthier choices for next time. Or restaurant menus that adjust to your dietary needs and what you like based on your history. And then tie that in with real-time data from, say, your smartwatch. And you've got incredibly personalized, precise dietary advice right there on your phone.
It's like having a personal nutritionist 24/7 giving you feedback and guidance.
But
And there's always a but, right?
yeah.
As this gets easier and more automated, does it change how we think about food? Could we start relying too much on the numbers, losing touch with the whole sensory experience of eating? Or what if the AI flags every little deviation from some perfect diet? Could that create new food anxieties?
That's the big question. The convenience and the potential for better health.
Yep.
Totally there. But we have to be aware of the potential downsides too. Could this lead to less mindful eating? Could it make us obsess over metrics instead of having a balanced understanding of nutrition? It's a reminder that AI isn't always a clear win. There are always these ripple effects to consider.
It's that tightrope walk, isn't it? AI is a helpful tool, and AI as this force that can shape how we behave and what we believe. Okay, let's switch gears and head over to the world of storytelling, to creativity on a huge scale.
Yeah.
Filmmaking. The Russo brothers, the guys behind Avengers.
Yep.
Endgame. They're starting an AI-powered film and gaming studio. Their goal is to use AI to streamline production, make it cheaper, and, this is interesting, make it more accessible for, up-and-coming creators. What do you make of that?
What strikes me is their motivation. They're talking about democratizing filmmaking, using AI to break down those traditional barriers to entry. They see a future where AI handles some of the heavy lifting, the really technical resource-intensive stuff, and that could empower a whole new wave of indie filmmakers.
Yeah, on the surface, it sounds amazing. Imagine AI helping with those crazy visual effects, creating detailed backgrounds, even assisting with early script drafts. It could be a game changer for indie filmmakers who are always battling tiny budgets and limited resources.
It's a hopeful picture, but, and you knew there was a but coming, right?
Yeah.
We have to think about the potential disruption this could cause in the existing film industry. If AI can do the jobs that VFX artists, editors, animators, all those skilled professionals do, there's a real chance that studios will use AI to cut costs, which means job losses.
That's the tension, isn't it? Will AI level the playing field and give more creators a shot, or will it just reshuffle who has the power? Maybe you'll need access to some pricey AI platform or huge data sets owned by a handful of big entertainment and tech companies. Maybe it'll just change who's controlling things, not really open them up.
Exactly. AI is already being used in film in some really cool ways. De-aging actors, creating those massive crowd scenes, stuff like that. But the key is how these more integrated AI tools are used. Will they be partners, working with human creativity, freeing up filmmakers to focus on their artistic vision? Or will they be seen as a way to cut jobs, maybe even limit opportunities for human talent?
So in this AI-powered future of film, who's really calling the shots creatively? Is it the filmmakers with these new AI tools, or is it the big companies who make and own the AI tech behind it all? It feels like a huge question about the future of creative ownership and artistic vision in film.
Absolutely. Whether these AI filmmaking tools are accessible, affordable, and transparent, those factors will decide if this tech shift truly democratizes the industry or if it ends up concentrating power in the hand of just a few.
Okay, one last turn, and this one hits close to home for a lot of us. It's about how we work and AI's role in that. Zoom, the video call thing. Their AI companion just got a big upgrade, and it's not just taking notes and summarizing meetings anymore. It can actually do tasks on its own. That sounds like a fundamental change in how we work with AI in our professional lives.
It's a big deal. We've gone from AI being a passive listener and note-taker to it becoming an active participant in how we get things done. Now, Zoom's AI can not only understand what's being said in a meeting, but it can turn that into action. That's a huge leap forward in AI-powered productivity.
And the stuff it can do is pretty impressive. It can pick out action items during a meeting and automatically create tasks, assign them to the right people, even draft follow-up emails. It can schedule the next meeting based on everyone's availability. And of course, it still does the transcriptions and summaries. It's like having a super efficient, never tired assistant built right into your video calls.
Imagine this in a real-world scenario. A team meeting about a new marketing campaign, right? They decide what needs to happen. Someone's got to write a blog post, someone updates the social media calendar, and the AI just creates those tasks, assigns them to the right people. Follow-up emails are drafted. Another meeting is scheduled, all without anyone having to lift a finger after the initial discussion.
It's like it cuts out all that work about work, you know? All the time we spend organizing, documenting, following up instead of actually doing the real work. It could seriously reduce all that wasted overhead.
Think about the impact on productivity across all kinds of fields. Less administrative stuff, fewer things slipping through the cracks, faster decisions. It could lead to huge gains in efficiency and output. And it's not just for offices either. Imagine the possibilities in education, healthcare, customer service, even sales.
It feels like we've been waiting for this kind of proactive, task-oriented AI for a while now, and this Zoom upgrade feels like a solid step in that direction. AI is moving beyond just giving us information. It's actually taking on those routine organizational parts of our work.
Absolutely. It's like we're seeing the arrival of that future, where AI isn't just our assistant, it's our collaborator, helping us get things done. It might even free us up to focus on the more strategic, creative human aspects of our work.
So wrapping up this deep dive, it's clear that AI is on the move, and it's moving fast, and sometimes in some pretty surprising directions. We've talked about how it's getting into the world of humor, how it could revolutionize personal health, the exciting and maybe a little scary role it's playing in filmmaking, and its potential to change the way we work through this idea of autonomous task execution.
And the common thread through all this is this relationship between humans and AI. It's dynamic, it's evolving, and it's not just about collaboration anymore. In some unexpected areas, it's becoming a kind of competition, one that really makes us rethink what we thought we knew about human capabilities.
It really makes you think, with all these rapid advancements happening around us, what parts of our lives will be most affected? What about human creativity, the way we work, our everyday habits? How will those change with AI in the picture? And maybe even more importantly, how do we as individuals, as a society, navigate this landscape that's changing so quickly? How do we make sure we're using this human-AI partnership to our advantage while still protecting those unique human qualities and values that we care about? It's a lot to consider, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot to consider.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into augmented voices, everyone. Until next time.
See you then.